Hi, my name is Vijay Mackay, and I'm going to be walking you through some factoring problems today. In our first example, we have x to the fourth minus 81. This is a difference of two squares problem. So if you notice these are both square values, and if we break it down, we get x squared squared minus 9 squared. Now if we put these two together, we get x squared minus 9 times x squared plus 9. Now if you notice, this is also a perfect square over here. So we can simplify it even more and make it x minus 3 times x plus 3 times x squared plus 9. In our second example, we have a perfect square trinomial. Here, we need to separate the 9x squared and this negative from this part of the equation. When we do that, we get 9x squared, this negative, and 25y squared minus 10y plus 1 because we took this negative out. Now we factor this part, so you get 5y minus 1 squared. And now we have another difference of two squares problem. So you find the square root value of both functions and add them, or put them together. So when you do that, you get 3x plus 5y minus 1 times 3x minus 5y minus 1. Now, we distribute out this negative, and here's our final answer. Next problem. Basically, this is the same problem. However, what I did was I mixed up the variables a little bit, and so what you need to do is put them back in order. We need to put all the x's together from highest to lowest degree, and this negative 64y squared on its own. So when we do that, we get this. Now, if you notice, we can factor again. And this factors out to 2x plus 3 squared. And we have the negative 64y squared. So now we're back to a difference of two squares problem. Now from here, we can incorporate this negative 64y squared because the square root value is 8y, and the square root value of this is 2x plus 3. So we get 2x plus 3 minus 8y times 2x plus 3 plus 8y. That's the final answer. Here's our final example. And in this, we need to do the factoring of this side and taking out a greatest common factor in this side. So here we can take out a negative a, and that will give us a times a squared minus 4. And on this side, we just factor it. When we do that, we get a squared minus 4 squared minus a times a squared minus 4. Now notice these are all perfect squares. So from here, we can break this down into a plus 2 and a minus 2 squared minus the a times a plus 2 a minus 2. Now if we want to simplify it more, which we need to do, we can take out these values of a plus 2 and a minus 2. Let's just factor out one of those. And when you do that, you factor out the a plus 2 and a minus 2, you're left with the a plus 2 and a minus 2 minus a. And that's your final answer. So, I hope you learned a lot. And remember, factoring is fun.